Before I talk about how the Lord has saved me, check out these sweet kicks though. You feel me? I think I bought these when I was like a sophomore in high school and I never wore them, but I'm glad I kept them because they make me feel like I'm quick on the feet, light on the feet when I wear them. But that's besides the point of the day. I just wanted to show off my fit because your boy's looking good for church today. Yes, sir. So I'm here today to talk about what I am. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not hiding it from anyone, and that's what I advise everyone to do. We got to all learn, as I am learning myself, to be proud of who we are and what we represent. So today I'm going to talk a big part about what represents myself, and that is the fact that I am deeply, deeply faithful, religious. I am a Christian. I am someone who believes in a higher power, who has been guiding me with their hand on my shoulder, showing me and illuminating the direction that my wonderful life is going. Even though I have had trials, I have had tribulations, I've been arrested, I've had deep depressions, I've been isolated. I still know there's someone there for me. I still know someone is looking out for me, and that has been the biggest motivator in my life. And I'm proud to admit that today. Personally, when I began, I'm going to talk about my story with my faith as well throughout this video here. When I began my spiritual journey, at the earliest I remember being 6 or 7 and praying a few times, probably for toys or like something insanely materialistic as a kid. And then from there, it didn't really involve anything. I think I might have been even atheist at some points growing up, especially in my teenage years. And then when I entered my career field, when I became a coach, when I became a trainer, when I became a builder of others' people, I started to notice that this hand, this invisible hand, although sometimes it can feel very visible, is guiding me and pushing me in the direction. I can't be thinking of all these amazing things. I can't be making these amazing decisions just from my own will. My will is not that great, but God's is. And through meeting different people in my life, one of them being one of my first bosses, which was Demarius. He was my first employer for personal training. He guided me very much, so I saw how his faith assisted him in his life as well as with other people. You're able to be a lot more understanding of what comes at you in your life when you do have faith. As well as even Nancy. She was amazing. She owned the first gym I worked at. So it's around the same time God came into my life, or I felt him coming into my life the most. And then from there I met my godfather, Mark, who actually got me introduced in the church all within Oregon. And man, my life wouldn't be anywhere where it is today without them. And even throughout this entire process, I remember going out in the woods at times. I remember taking long drives out in the gorgeous, beautiful Oregon scenery and just going to it was literally an abandoned log cabin, going out into the field or pasture right next to it, just looking up to the sky, closing my eyes and speaking to God. At that time, I didn't know that was prayer. It's just what my soul felt compelled to do. I had so much energy, so much enthusiasm and love for life, and at times even sadness for life and depression and grief, that I just had to release it, because all this energy is very much the same, but it's got to be released. That's why I lift weights. That's why I run. That's why I make videos. That's why I release my emotions upon you guys, because that's what has to be done, baby. You can't hold all that in. And God has helped me with that. And today, I had a service at church, actually, man. It was the most powerful I've ever had. I love my church, Epic Life here in Terrell, because people are throwing hands up, people are worshiping with their full body, not holding it back like can be done in a lot of other places. Because you can't celebrate life without dancing. You can't celebrate God, which is life, without dancing, because God has given you life. So you gotta move, you gotta allow your body to flow. And my legs are weak. That's why I'm sitting here right now. My legs were actually shaking after the service just because I was so affected. This is a little story I'm not going to go over too long. It's almost 5 minutes here of just why I feel in my life that God has affected me so much. So I'd like to hear a little bit about you guys. Let me know about your spiritual side. Are you a believer? Are you Christian? Are you Muslim? Are you Jewish? Are you just simply, I don't know what I am because I didn't know what I was? If you would have asked me if I was Christian a month or two ago, I wouldn't have known. It was only through consistent practice of letting God flow through me and allowing prayer and other various things to happen naturally upon my life that I really realized that that's just what I am. I didn't know what I was. So let me know in the comments. And how has it affected you? How has your faith, how has your relationship with God affected you? I'd love to hear that because everyone's story is unique. For me, it made sure I wasn't staying the party animal who'd gotten arrested for throwing parties at people's houses while they were gone over the weekend. It made sure I wasn't on a bad path. I may look like a skinhead and someone who might break some laws now, but I promise you, God has guided me in an amazing direction. Take care, guys. I'm out of here.